Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Myself Alfia Qureshi. Hope you all are doing good. So guys, as you all know, we have completed our discussion, our upper limb part in anatomy. So from this video and now we'll be starting our head neck portion. So this video will be an introductory part in which I am going to tell you that which topics we are going to cover. We will cover. Yeah, I'll tell you the basic parts. So let's start. So in head and neck anatomy, so first of all we have bones. Okay, so we have cranial bones, then we have facial bones. So in the cranial we have paired and unpaired. So let's name the bones. So yeah, in the paired bone, which bones we have? We have parietal, temporal, malleus, incus and stapes, the three bones in the ear, smallest bones which are present in our ear. So these are the paired bones we have. Then in the unpaired we have frontal, occipital, sphenoid and ethmoid bone. Okay, so these are how many? 10 paired bones and 4 unpaired. So total we have 14 cranial bones, and in facial also we have 14 bones. In this also we have paired and unpaired bones. So the paired bones, we have maxilla, then zygomatic, then nasal, lacrimal, palatine and inferior nasal concha. Okay, so these are the paired, and in unpaired we have only 2 bones, that is mandible and vomer. So how many? 12 paired and 2 unpaired, so total we have 14. Okay, so in head neck we have total 28 bones. So let's see these bones in the atlas. Before seeing these bones, let me tell you one thing, that for studying the bones of head neck portion, we have divided it into different views. So we have norma verticalis, norma, that is from top view. Which bones we gonna see? We will see norma lateralis, norma frontalis, norma basalis. Okay, so these are the and norma occipitalis. Okay, so this is top view, this is lateral view, this is front view, This is inferior side or base, and this is from posterior side. So in this way we study the bones of head neck. So let's see. This is norma frontalis, okay? This is frontal view. So in the frontal view, which bones we are seeing? So this large blue colored bone is frontalis, okay, frontal bone. Then you can see this is the mandible, this is maxilla, okay, so these are clear large bones. Then this green color is the parietal, two parietal bones. Then this red one, these two red ones are the temporal bones. Then if we zoom into the orbit, you can see this blue one is the frontal bone, this one is the temporal, this small bone you can see, it is the nasal bone, this one is a part of maxilla. Then this yellow one is the sphenoid bone, okay, sphenoid bone. This grey one is lacrimal bone. Sorry, this purple one is the lacrimal. This grey one is the ethmoid, part of ethmoid bone. This yellow is the part of sphenoid bone. Okay, so these are the bones we can see from the frontal view. Here, this is zygomatic bone also you can see, okay. Here the nasal bridge which forms the nasal bone forms the bridges. Then these are the structures you can see are the concha. So inferior concha, middle concha, superior concha. We have three conchas also. So this is the frontal view. Now this is the lateral view. So in the lateral view you can see occipital bone here, parietal bone, temporal, frontal. Okay. This yellow one is the sphenoid. This one is the zygomatic. This is maxilla. This is mandible. Okay. This is nasal. You can see it clearly. So these are the bones you can see in the lateral view. And these joints between the bones are sutures. These are called sutures. Here you can see the styloid process of temporal bone, and this one is the mastoid process. Okay, and this is the zygomatico-temporal arch. This is temporal fossa. Okay, so these are the structures you can see in the lateral view. Now this is the top view. So from the top view, which bones? Frontal, two parietals and occipital. And here you can see the meeting points of these sutures also. So this one is, this suture between frontal and two parietals is coronal suture. Between the two parietals you have sagittal suture. Okay, this is the sagittal suture. This is occipital bone, and between the occipital and parietal you have lambdoid suture. Okay, so these are three sutures also you can see in this. And then you have the meeting points. Okay, here are the meeting points of the sutures. So this one is known as bregma, and this one is known as lambda. Okay, these are the meeting points, and the highest point in this parietal bone is vertex. Okay, now let's move ahead. So here we have basal view, norma basalis, from the base of skull. Okay, so first major thing you can see here is the foramen magnum, from where the spinal cord descends from brain into the spinal cord in the vertebrae. So, and this is the occipital bone base. Here you can see the palate, two palatine bones and the joint between them. You can see the teeth. You can see the zygomatico-temporal arch from here. Then this yellow one is the sphenoid bone. Okay. In the green you can see the parietal bone. This one is the temporal bone. This bone, this purple small bone, it is vomer. Okay. Then you can see different foramens. These are the foramens which we'll deal in another video in detail. So this is the basal view. Now this is the skull of fetus or newborn baby. So we know that the sutures are not completely closed in the fetus. So we have fontanelles. So you can see here, this is anterior fontanelles, this is posterior fontanelle, this is sagittal suture, the coronal suture, and the lambdoid suture. Okay, so this is a skull of newborn. Now after bones we have to study about the muscles. Okay, so muscles. So in the face we have, so for facial muscle it is divided into the muscles of scalp. So muscles of scalp, then muscles of auricle, that is ear, around the ear. Then we have muscles of eyelids. Then we have muscles of nose. Then muscles around mouth. Then we have muscles of neck. Okay, so these are the divisions to study the facial muscles. So in the scalp we have occipitofrontalis muscle and temporalis muscle, and in auricle we have three muscles: auricularis, anterior, posterior, and superior. Okay, so we have three muscles here, two here. In the muscles of eyelid also we have three muscles. In the nose we have 4 muscles, and around mouth we have 11 muscles. And again in the neck it is divided into 4 parts. So in the neck we have superficial muscles. Okay, then there is a hyoid bone in the neck, as we all know. So it is divided into suprahyoid muscles, then infrahyoid muscles, then we have deep muscles of neck. Okay, so in the superficial we have platysma and sternocleidomastoid muscle. Here we have 4 muscles, here also we have 4 muscles, and the deep we also have 4 or 3 something muscles. Okay, so these are the complete muscles. We'll deal each of them into detail in separate videos. Here I am only giving you an overview. So now let's see the muscles in the atlas. In this diagram you can see the muscles of head neck. You can see this large superficial muscle is the platysma. Okay, this is very superficial to the fascia also. Okay, this white part is all fascia, deep cervical fascia, nesting layer, and this large muscle going all over under the fascia. Here you can see this is sternocleidomastoid. Okay, and here this is occipitofrontalis muscle. Okay, this is occipital belly, this is frontal belly, and these two are connected by a aponeurosis. Okay, so these two bellies of occipitofrontalis muscle is connected by aponeurosis. And here you can see this auricular muscles, 3 auricular muscles here. This is posterior, superior, anterior. Okay, then around eye you can see this is orbicularis, oculi muscle. Around mouth you can see orbicularis oris muscle. Okay, and then all these muscles arranged, which are the muscles around mouth. We have 11 muscles here. So this is about the muscles. In the neck muscles, you can see this one. This is the hyoid bone. Okay, this is the hyoid bone. So superior to the hyoid bone are suprahyoid, inferior to the hyoid bone are infrahyoid muscles. So in the suprahyoid we have this digastric. This V-shaped muscle is digastric, and behind this we have our stylohyoid muscle, because it is going up to the styloid process. Here clearly you can see this sternocleidomastoid. This is mastoid process. This is sternum. This is clavicle. So it is named sternocleidomastoid muscle. Then in the base here you have this mylohyoid muscle. Okay, so these are the three muscles of suprahyoid muscles, and infrahyoid you have omohyoid muscle. Okay, this one is the omohyoid muscle. Then this is the sternohyoid muscle. Then you have this sternothyroid muscle here, and deep muscles are not clearly shown in this diagram. Some part is shown here, splenic muscles. Okay, so this is all about the muscles. Then if we move to the nerve supply, we have cervical plexus. So the main nerve supply of head and neck is by cervical plexus and cranial nerves. So we'll study in detail about the cervical plexus. It is from the nerve root C1 to C4. Okay, and from C5 the brachial plexus starts. Okay, which we have studied in the upper limb portion. So for nerve we have this, and for blood supply, so the main blood supply of head and neck is from the external carotid artery. Okay, which is one of two terminal branches of common carotid. One is internal carotid, which goes up directly and supply the brain, and one division is the external carotid, which gives branches and supply the muscles and structures of head and neck. So for blood supply we have external carotid. For veins, venous drainage, we have internal and external jugular veins. Okay, so here you can see also, this is common carotid, this is internal jugular vein here. Okay, this common carotid. If we go above, you can also see the external carotid. See here, if I zoom out, this red main artery, you can see here, this one is the external carotid artery. You can see the branches coming out from here, that is facial artery, lingual artery. Okay, this superficial temporal, these are all the branches. So this is the main blood supply of head and neck. Okay, here you can also see this external carotid. Then so we have studied about the bones, the muscles. Third is the blood supply. So it is mainly from the external carotid artery. For veins, we have internal jugular vein and external jugular vein, which then drain into the superior vena cava. And for the nerve supply, it is by cervical plexus. Okay, cervical plexus. And for the lymphatics, we have supraclavicular, deep cervical lymph nodes and all those. Now we have to study a joint, the one and only joint of the head and neck, that is temporomandibular joint. Okay, then we have glands. So in the gland we have salivary glands, 3 salivary glands, parotid, submandibular and sublingual. Then we have thyroid gland, which is very important. Then we have parathyroid. Okay, then in the tubes we have trachea, esophagus, pharynx and larynx. Okay, pharynx and larynx. Then in the mouth we have to study about palate, soft and hard palate. Okay, then the very important topic is tongue. Okay, it's a very important topic. Then we have to study about the tonsils, Walder ring and all those structures. Okay, Walder ring we have to deal. Then we have to study in detail about nose, ear and eye also. This is also very important part. Then if we move on to the cranium part, so we have to deal about the meninges of brain, 3 meninges, dura mater, arachnoid and pia mater. We have to study about those also. Then the folds that these meninges form and all those structures we have to study. Then we have to study about the sinuses. Okay, the drainage system of brain. So yeah guys, these are the all structures and these are the topics which we will be covering in our next videos. So this is a introduction of head neck. Hope you guys understood. See, we need to be used to of our subject before starting. Like before exercise we do warm up, and before swimming we like stay some time in water so that our body get used to that water. Similarly in our studies also, before starting any major portion or any topic, we first also we should always take an overview. Okay, like what structures we have to deal and what are the topics we have to cover. We should always take an overview about the subject so that we can then clearly, and we can like with a strong base we can start our discussion on the topics. Then you will not feel burden of any of the topic. So yeah guys, this is all about today's video. Hope you guys liked it. Give it a thumbs up, share this video with your friend, stay tuned for next videos. Also press the bell icon and subscribe the channel. Thanks for watching this video.